Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3! Yay! Alrighty dokie then. We have unread messages apparently, let's check. Tactical, no, that's not what I meant to do, I meant to do that. Info for you. Hi Shepard, it's been a while, I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth, and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. I can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin, and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph or sort out the data. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. Farron. He was the guy. It was that Drell that we helped. Holding the line. Okay? Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Surkesh. Even if the circumstances were less than ideal, it seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I wanted to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our time of need, in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favor. Best of luck, Major Kirihi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment. So the Special Task Group have pledged their allegiance to me! Yay! And that's good, because I really like Kirihi. ANN alert. Thessia, Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis, has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Rana Thanoptis. She was the one that we let go in Mass Effect 1, because she was experimenting with Indoctrination. And in Mass Effect 2 we found her again in the... What was it? What was the planet called? I can't remember, but the place where Grunt was born, essentially. She was there. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari, and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Why did she listen to the voices, though? Eh? Thanoptis worked on a secret top secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius several years ago, see? Where she likely became indoctrinated, she received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. She was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. Dear oh dear, so the indoctrination attacks have begun. We knew they would.
Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards.
Good.
Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on.
It might. We'll go talk with Glyph then. After all, it's what we were told to do. We'll talk with Glyph and Mordin, I think. Hello. Actually, wait. Stop saluting me! I had to say that just because Jeff says it. And I was watching his Mass Effect 1 Let's Play not that long ago, and he kept yelling at people. But I didn't realise that doing that would make him salute me.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Garrus seems to be confiding in Liara or something. Alright, we have advanced biotic implants. Cooldown bonus, yes. Now then, let's see, weapon damage. So far we have power recharge, shields and weapons. Good. We can't actually talk to Glyph, really, but... Never mind, eh? God, this is what you really call affinity, isn't it? Seriously, Liara, that's a bit much.
Hello again, Shepard.
What did Garrus want?
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Clever. But also, she said about the older civilizations. I'd actually like to hear more about them.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
I actually want to know about who came before the Protheans by now. Hey! He's not happy you put me in charge of scouting terminal systems. Okay. Whoa, the Crucible's using pure platinum, eh? Well, we found a planet practically made out of it. Courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Okay. So these people can't believe that the Shadow Broker is helping them, okay. Cerberus Operative. Alliance Interrogator. Check out these implants. She's got jammed into her face. Shush, she's awake. Unintelligible noises. Hello, do you know where you are? You know how much goddamn trouble you're in? Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not going to lie, but that doesn't mean we can't work something out. If you help us, we can... Boom. Ah, you okay? I'm okay, but holy hell, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang. Oh, shit. Is everyone in Cerberus rigged up like that? Seems like it. Kasumi Goto and Professor something. Hi, Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But the server's locked in a... But this server's locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. So she stole something from Cerberus. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Professor. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open. Okay. Kaylee Sanders talking to Jack. Hey Sanders, checking on the kids. How are they, Jack? They'll do good. This is going to be long. I kind of got crap to do. I wanted to tell you I persuaded some Alliance friends to part with that biotic amp you and the children were testing at Grissom. You can pick it up on the Citadel. Damn, one of the L3X1s? You know how much shit I could tear up with one of those installed? Wait, an L3? What isn't... Ah, yeah, I remember now. I think it was, Caden who was using the L2, wasn't he? And he was having headaches from it, and the L3s were the newer, better ones. So the X1s are like the deluxe editions or something. I had an idea. Look after yourself. Yeah, and hey, thanks. Okay. She's going to talk to Anderson. You won't get us for a while unless you find an extranet connection working on Earth. Probably not. I've made it out to this weapon we're building. The device isn't even halfway complete, and it's the most breathtakingly complicated piece of technology I've ever seen. I wish you could see this thing we're creating. It gives me hope. Take care, for my sake. Okay, so she loves him, does she? But also this thing, is it going to even stop Reapers, though? I mean, see the size of a Reaper? Greetings. Well, Garrus sounded like he was completely white. We have no chef anymore. We need a new chef. Hello.
Shepard.
Is there anything I talked to him about? Obviously not.
That's all for now, Garrus.
Anytime.
Was Liara trying to convince Garrus to sleep in her bed? And then he decided to say that this place is cozy and he doesn't want to go anywhere else? Was that it? I'm surprised he didn't say that he's got to do calibrations. Anyway, Mordin should be in there. Oh, the female Krogan's there.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Shepard, we were just...
talking about fucking, yes.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
He's very different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
I do.
Trap. Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Wow.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Yeah, Mordin impressed him.
Phobia. Fear of needles.
We're Solarian doctors.
A word when you have a moment, Shepard.
Well, you know, you impressed Rex. That's quite something.
No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
He's
Talking about.
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think. Simulate conversation to promote new ideas. Maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive. Will avoid sensitive subjects.
I just love that. The first person to actually say to Mordin, you have to do that. Hello.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
True.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
The female Krogan seem to be very friendly, actually, because she actually said she agrees that the Krogans made a lot of enemies, and rightly so. Whereas most male Krogans wouldn't even admit it, would they?
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
Interesting.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this.
What?
A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's true.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
I suppose I can understand that, but even so, I wouldn't put anyone through it.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Okay, what do they think?
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
He's a mutant. Well, he's a good mutant.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
That's true, and I hope Rex is successful.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
Aww. You know what? It's like, this is obviously put in to make you see that the genophage, kind of one of the worst things ever done in the friggin' series.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
That sounds like a very sad way to live, to be honest.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence. Excuses to earn them honor.
Well, Rex said so himself that he was once like that, became a mercenary looking for some kind of fight.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
You know, she's right about that. Without the females, it does seem like their civilization crumbled. Because their civilization was apparently big and powerful when, you know, the genophage wasn't around.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Huh, so they weren't kidnapped, they were saved.
How has Mordin been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Asari Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear.
Yeah, okay. It is kind of funny when Mordin, you know, likes to mumble and sing to himself. But anyway, that's all.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Well, you know, here we have a very, very friendly Krogan. I want her on my team.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Currently stable, but lack of Malin's research data. Problematic.
There's nothing we can do about that now.
No.
I hate to ask this, but will it affect the cure?
No, cure will remain viable, but Eve's long-term prognosis, doubtful.
Do what you can for her.
Of course.
I wonder if there's anything I can do.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
Ah.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production, long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
Wishing we'd saved the data?
Pointless to consider. Correct decision at the time.
Even if it would have helped now?
Recrimination's useless. Data lost. Have to deal with consequences. Would like more data, yes. Would make it easier to save Eve, but destroyed it. Tainted source, too dangerous, I thought.
Well, you know, we did do the right thing at the time, but now that we have all of the facts, and now in the future we realize, you know, that saving that data would have helped us today, but at the time, it was the right thing to do. So, yeah, you can't really blame us.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated, likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket, something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her.
My patient, my responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
Please.
You've always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
Good point.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Good.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Haven't made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Okay, that's funny. Running tests on seashells. But yeah, Mordin has to bring science into it, doesn't he? Mordin's old, but he's probably only, what, 20 years old? I can't remember how old he was. Did he say how old he was? I really can't remember. Put that down to me not fuck's sake. Me not paying attention. Anything else?
Commander? Commander?
Yeah, can't go until she said that twice. Now then, let's see. Surakesh. Well, it took a while to load the texture on that planet, didn't it? Go to the fuel depot. We have enough fuel, we're all good. Just scanning just in case, I don't even know what I'm doing. Here we are, the Krogan DMZ. Because I said DMZ last time. Ah! Missing scouts. They were in the place where the Rachni were, aren't they?